Hello guys, today we're talking about inside the ball. We're back here in the batter's box and just want to make sure that you understand everything you need to know as we talk about inside the ball. So we're going to go a step further and talk about our hitting position. So in order to get and stay and remain inside the ball, you have to have a good understanding of your hitting position. So I'm in my stance here. I'm just going to quickly go to my hitting position. My foot lands. It's time for me to attack the ball. What you're looking for is your barrel inside of your hands or over your head. So it's inside with the center of your body. Got to understand that. Your head just behind your belly button or just behind your center of focus. Some will say directly over your belly button. I'm good with either one. That's what we're looking for in our hitting position. Dialed in on the pitcher. This side view is great for you. As the further hitters get going forward, the harder it is for them to stay inside the ball. And I'll show you why later. But from landing here, this is where we're going to launch to drive the baseball. So now that you understand hitting position, we're going to talk about inside the ball. Hitting coaches have been talking about inside the ball, attack the inside third, attack the inside half, attack the ball at 7 o'clock, attack the ball at 5 o'clock. They've been talking about that for years. So I want to go a step further and let you know it's how we're going to do our best job of being inside the ball. For me, I like to tell my guys, work really hard on a line of direction. So a line of direction is our back hip, our back foot, our back knee, our back shoulder, forward through the back half of the ball. And you see, you're pitching. My catcher's set up on the outside half, my ball's on the outside half, you're pitching, and I'm swinging off your left shoulder. I'm swinging between you and your second baseman. My line of direction is this way. So many guys will say, well, what needs to happen is you need to get your knuckles inside. And that's great, and your barrel's back here and it's inside, and you got to do a lot of work this way. Some guys will say you need to bring your hands across. And that's great, that gets you inside the ball. But then your bat continues this way, and you may stay inside of it, but you end up flipping balls or filleting them. So what we like to do is tell guys, you're attacking the ball with your barrel from your back shoulder, your back hip, your back knee forward. So when you land in your hitting position, it's time to swing, regardless of whether the ball's outside, middle, or in, we're going to swing forward with our barrel inside the ball to drive it forward. Wham! Right here. We're going to swing forward, throwing it almost, launching it, exploding it, driving it through that part of the ball forward. Now for me, and the most important thing for people to understand is being inside the ball is for two specific reasons. One of them is not hitting the ball the other way. Let me say that again. Being inside the ball is for two specific reasons. One of them is not to hit the ball the other way. The first is for plate coverage. In order to cover the plate properly, I have to be able to get to all the pitches over the plate from my backside forward. If I go away, I can't cover the plate properly. It's hard for me I'm going to catch balls coming across. And if I have great bat speed and I can get them out front, I'm pulling up between the third baseman and the dugout. It doesn't do us any good. And two is contact area coverage, which means I'm able to get to the back of the ball as far back as possible to keep it fair and hit it as far out front as possible. Two specific reasons for staying inside the ball: plate coverage and contact area coverage. Now, if you're inside the ball and you hit it on the inside, it's going to go the other way. We don't want every pitch to go the other way. What we want is give ourselves the best chance on every pitch to get from our hitting position forward through the back of the ball. And if it just so happens we hit it late in early in our contact area and late in the pitch, it's going to go the other way. If we hit it in the middle from the inside going forward, and we're still going, when I say forward, this way from the pitcher, we're going to hit it up the middle. And as we continue forward that direction, our barrel has to come back around to our body. And when we catch it out front, before it comes around, we catch it out front, going forward, we're going to crush a ball to left field by staying down and getting it out front. This is being inside the ball from the hitting position forward, all the way through. And if we catch balls out front, we're going to hit them really hard. When I mean out front, I mean at the early part of our contact area. I don't mean out in front of my body. For me, all the pitches I'm going to hit hard are going to be out in front of my body, even with my front foot or further forward. I'm going to hit the ball even with my front foot to opposite field. I'm going to hit the ball outside of my front foot off my pinky toe or a little bit further forward to the center fielder. I'm going to hit the balls that are out front of that to left field. When I miss a ball because it's too far out front and I'm too early, I'm going to miss it with this unbelievable swing that goes like this, and I'm going to miss it and come around and be like, oh, I missed that ball. You're so lucky. I'm not going to miss it and flip pancakes. I'm not going to roll over because I'm out front. Rolling over is a bad mindset. It's not a bad swing trait. Flipping pancakes is a bad mindset. We don't flip pancakes. We get behind balls and we swing through them. So today, guys, if you understand that being inside the ball is a line of attack from your body, from underneath your feet, from your back hip, from your knee and your shoulder, forward through the back of the ball, no matter whether the ball's outside, middle, or inside, and we have to get to the front part to drive it, that will give you a better feel for how to stay inside the ball and create power. There's lots of guys who can stay inside the ball and hit it to opposite field. I'm not saying there's no opposite field. There's no such thing as opposite field power. What I'm saying is power is not hitting balls out of the park because we all don't weigh 295 pounds. Power is creating the most bat speed and direction and drive as we can to hit the ball as hard as we can as individuals. So we can have 100-pound guys who can hit line drives over the second baseman and shortstop in Little League who are at their max power because they're using their body their best. And that's our goal, to use our body the best. So as we keep working from inside forward, we're working on getting to this position with a barrel out front that came from our body. Now I want to show you this from the contact area again because it's vital for you to understand how to get there. When our barrel's over our head, we put our foot down and we start to go to the ball. Our hands and bat, everything drops into the slot and we're going forward, we're going forward, we're going forward, we're going forward. We're launching here. But this has to stay in this vicinity. Once it gets here, then our barrel's outside of the ball. That's a problem. That's the problem. And it looks like this from the front. We're right here. When a barrel gets away from us, that's the problem. Sometimes it gets away from a young hitters way down here. Problem. Problem. Anybody who does this, they're going to have a problem. But most of our hitters are always inside the ball with their hands. Most of our hitters typically start to the ball and their hands stay inside. They get in trouble because their barrel goes away. Very rarely do you see a guy put his hands out here. If he does that, he's really in trouble because he's going to get hit in all this area. It's the barrel that they lose. The way we try to keep that, just keep the barrel in a good position over our head and then turn in and swing forward with our drive and our contact. Understand, the best way for me to talk about hitters staying inside the ball is teach them about their attack line. The line of attack. Not their angle of attack, not their launch angle, their line of attack. We're trying to drive balls through. When in doubt, hit it out. Appreciate you guys today.